What's going on, peeps? It's Wrath here, hanging out today playing some more Idle Heroes. Today we are back on the mini VIP account and we have some stuff that we need to do. What do we need to do? A couple of things. First, I kind of want to set up our growth chapters to kind of get into the finished-ish area. We're going to get held up relatively soon anyway, but I want to kind of get these moving along as we can. I guess we already grabbed this one out because it's already there and that. We do need these 5-star puppet selection chests pretty badly. We've got a lot of 6-star selection chests already, but the more the merrier. Never going to be sad about those. So we are going to get these kind of pushed as far as we can. Today it won't be super far. We'll probably either chill here and wait, or we'll just get stuck here and have to wait anyways. So we'll probably just leave it there for today, but there are some things we can kind of do preemptively and get them kind of out of the way. I think the main thing is going to be tower. We have to beat this all the way to 650 eventually anyhow, and I think right now we're at like 450 or something like that. We've got a long way to go tower speaking. A lot of these are already done. Some of them, of course, loving our spaceship. That shouldn't be too big of an issue when it comes back. We'll have this part done. More wishing coins, broken spaces. Runes on the monster might be a bit of an issue. We're kind of low on monster materials, so that could be a thing. Another 7-star quest. We just fished for 2 of those yesterday, got them, which was great. But we'll need, I think, up to, is it 8 or 10? We need more. We need more of them for sure. More tower jumping up real quick. Arena purchases are easy. Damage to bosses shouldn't be too big of a deal. Super wishing coins, as soon as our monthly events reset within like 90 hours, we can go ahead and knock that out. Next wishing coin event, no big deal. But again, settlements are going to really kind of screw us for a while. Not that big of a deal, but we're gonna have to come up with some kind of strategy to get those rolling. So I think you need 10 settlements to neutral, and I believe there's 12 settlements total. So we can leave 2 of them undone. The other ones have to be done. Other thing we can try to do outside of the tower is push our broken spaces as high as possible. Right now we're on stage 4. We did about 24% damage in a single attack last time. Actually, I think I set my dudes up. I don't think, let's leave. I think my regular dudes right now are actually set up in such a way that I don't, do we really want to bring Olivia for this? I mean, probably not. It might not hurt. Honestly, you're probably better off dropping like Vespera. I don't, it sounds crazy. I think it's true. I think we just do better off without her. I think this is a stronger composition for what we're doing than having Vespera on the team. Honestly, we'd probably drop her as well if we really wanted to, and bring a Sun Wukong and probably out deeps her. Is it sad that I'm weighing that as a possibility? Let's do it. What the heck? We'll do it like this. Holmes does most of our damage anyways. He'll do some follow-up attacks. I did debate maybe upgrading like a Drake or something. I think I've got one laying about somewhere. It doesn't really matter. We'll just go ahead and knock this one out. See how it goes. 24%. That was without attribute reduction buffs. I believe I have set them up now, or at least Holmes has a cleanse at the end of each round to remove some attack and or crit reduction from himself. Will it make a noticeable difference? I don't know. Being able to shrinkitize them might make a difference. That might be nice. Also, having a little dude here pitching fruits at people constantly, probably not a bad deal. You know, probably not the worst thing in the world. Also, probably should stick these suckers in, eh? Probably should hear what's going on. Ah, I can now hear it. Double Shrunk Grooves. Our Olivia 5-star doesn't give a huge buff to your damage. Also, 5-star Heart Watcher. It's not the best setup in the world, obviously. We could have like a much higher ranked dudes that would make this go much better. But it's something. It's okay. The main DPS is coming from his poison and stuff anyway. I'm assuming they're still affected by like Heart Watcher's marks, and obviously by Olivia's Shrinkitize Me's. The difference in size is notable. I mean, that is a big Gru. That is not a big Gru. You know what I'm saying? It's a very little Gru. But will it change our damage substantially? Maybe. Maybe not. If we get below 50% health on them, we did do extra damage. We can take these guys out in like 4 hits. The big test is probably going to be the Aspen Ada Wave. If we can get there. I don't really know like Right now, our damage isn't, we're not taking a lot of damage, but this is wave 4. We still got to do 5, 6, and 7 to complete our monthlies. And I would like to complete the monthlies in the first go. I feel like that would be a decent goal, right? You want to make sure you can get them all done. And I think Holmes will have a pretty good chance of doing that. He hits pretty hard. He was doing a couple billions of damage, so I mean, that's nice. We don't have a lot of support in terms of healing on the team. Luckily, Holmes Young kind of can take care of himself in this regard at the current juncture. He does a pretty good job of keeping himself alive. Ideally, we'd have him at like V4. We don't yet, but we can probably get that done in the next couple of days if we really push for it. We are only 7 rounds deep. These take a lot. That's a lot of millions of damage ticking away right there. That was an excessive amount of poisoning that just took place. Get poisoned like crazy. 37 stacks of the old poison Rooney Dooney. Never mind, it's going to go over 40 here. That's pretty beautiful. But, wow, he even dropped like 9 million damage there as the 5-star Wukong. Not bad. Not bad, bro. But yeah, I'm having a little bit of regrets about building Alakita early. I could have built her later and then just like transed her and went like Alakita, Vespera once we were in trans territory. The fact that I've dumped so much food into her now, and I'll be honest, she doesn't feel like she's that impactful to the team. Holmes Young just kind of decimates her in every single area of the game. Even when he was like 5 and 6 star, he was still out DPSing her in every boss fight. Had better survivability than she did in the Aspen Dungeon. Is what it is. But eventually we'll be transing Vespera, we'll be transing Alakita. And once we do that, then maybe start shining a little bit more. If not, we can always change our path. We don't have to stick with her forever, you know what I'm saying? We're not married to Alakita or anything. We can we can give her the old boot if we decide she's not fun. That's a possibility. Will that be what happens? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But right now we're round 11. We're kind of getting up there in the rounds. It looks like we're doing a round. I mean, this guy's under 50. This guy's about 50, which means we've probably done more damage this time than we had last time, and it's round 12. Is that a good sign? I mean, I think so. I think it's a pretty good sign. I'm all right with it. Just look at all those numbers. They're just brrrr. That's crazy. We'll have an extra active skill coming in next round as well from the big Holmes Young. I think we can slow it down probably for that. Are these guys still attacking? The attacks take forever. When everyone does follow-ups... Oh, is he doing his thing? 43 million. 43 million. That was a lot of millions and millions of damage. All the shape-shifting potions obviously don't really do much there. But that's okay. That was a tremendous amount of millions of damage that just went out right there. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Holy. Little guy is still throwing out multiple millions, and he's a 5-star. Like, he's not even that big of a dude. He's just a little bro. A little bro dropping poison like crazy. 25 million damage follow-up, though, is insane. Absolutely crazy. Little man throws a 4 million damager. 27 million. This guy's throwing not quite millions, but kind of up there. Why did you not counter or follow? He does follow. He followed up after them. Maybe his speed's slower or something. I don't know. But as you can see, the amount of attacks that we do is pretty crazy. I think this is going to be where like Sun Wukong just outshines a E5 Alakita. We could throw her in next round and see, but I'll be honest, they'll be all dead next round. Like, we definitely did way more damage dropping her out of the team. I want to say she was, I don't know, I can't remember what she did yesterday. It wasn't that much. It definitely wasn't that much. We'll see what Holmes Young's looking like. That was 14 billion mother-loving damage. Dang. Yesterday we did 4 billion damage, I think. Maybe 5. So yeah, Holmes Young went absolutely Hambino mode, being able to constantly strip off the attribute reduction buffs that he had, or debuffs, rather. That's insane. That's crazy. Now, of course, he does have the support of both Olivia and Heartwatcher. Potentially, we don't have to bring a Gru. We could bring like a Sigmund to strip armor. We could bring a Drake to strip armor, stuff like that. And that would probably be a pretty decent choice. But yeah, 500 million damage coming from both Wukong and this guy as 5-star heroes is pretty insane. That's not bad at all. Half a Bilski, can't really be sad about it. Alakita, I still don't think breaks these numbers. I want to say that he out-deepsed her last time we fought as just a 5-star Holmes Young. So, like I said, a little bit of buyer's remorse there, but we absolutely did like 61% of their life in a single smush. That ain't bad. That ain't bad. Let's go ahead and just smush this guy to death. Really? You're going to make me put all this in? Let's change things up. Let's not change things up. Is my Sigmund gone? I might have used him as food. Oh, no. I don't have a Siginator anymore. My sadness is immeasurable and my day ruined. It's fine. We'll just do it like this. Pop you in there, and then we will smushitize them. They are now dead. This is going to be, yeah, Jara Valentino. We'll probably need to use our crowd control setup for this one. I think that's my boss's easy setup formation for these dudes. 6. Yeah, 6 is going to be annoying primarily because of Oberon. He's also a little annoying. Hopefully the follow-up attacks from Holmes Young can't trigger that freeze, because that could also be a little annoying. And then, of course, this will be our biggest challenge if we can make it there. The reduced healing, we'll have to do an attribute purification most likely on Holmes Young there, or he will die almost for sure. We'll see. But, jumping off that ship for a quick moment, we need to do a little bit of tower. So we're going to do a little test here, a little testicle. No, but yes, we are. All Daddy Mogs, level 287. I don't think we're going to be in any real jeopardy for a good while here. Slide you to the back, put you in the front, and we'll just see. I mean, I could do like a preset. Actually, I probably should just do a preset 6v6, right? That makes sense. Everyone's already set up for sure here. See what happens. Is it going to be... Oh, no, it's not even going to be a remote challenge. Okay, so tower's looking pretty cheesable right now. When do you see Mihm? Right, when does Mihm show up? Let's just go ahead. Okay. We're just going to kind of smush our way through a good chunk of this. 5 orbs, right off rip, I'll take it. But this is not challenging at the current moment. It's going to get hard. Don't get too relaxed. Okay, the tower does get relatively difficult, especially when you start running into the Mims, pennies, stuff like that. My big goal here with having like Holmes Young doing follow-up attacks is that heroes like Penny, who were really a struggle for my Sylvie team when I went through with my trans Sylvie in the tower, she dealt with Mims very well because she has a lot of shields. She could kind of just tank the Mims and then slowly kill them down, and it wasn't a problem. But Penny was very dangerous because A, she reflected damage back, and long fights don't really suit fighting Penny because the more she crits, she just kind of ramps up and it goes crazy, burns you to death. Not a good time. So Sylvie really struggled on Penny. I'm assuming Holmes is going to struggle more on Mihm because, well, Mim's kind of an anus. And, I mean, even though I do have fairly good damage reduction on Holmes Young and decent healing, I don't know if it'll be enough. I don't know if it will be. We're going to try, of course. That's going to be what happens. He's only an E5 right now, though. He's not void imprinted, like I said. But we're actually pretty close to getting a V4 Holmes. We're not too far away. Tomorrow, we'll get 7 more card clash cards. We can still buy like 2 more, I think, with Starry Gems. And that should actually allow us to beat Stage 8, which is a free 9-star hero there. We'll go ahead and stick that in the bag. I want to say we've got 3 9-star chests from the growth chapters that we either already have or will have very soon. I think we already have them. And those 9-star chests should be enough, being that we still have a lot of 6-star puppet chests to play with. We should be able to make 4 10-star heroes within the next couple of days and just feed them into Holmes Young's like right away. Get him to a V4, see what V4 Holmes Young is all about. It will boost his healing by a little bit. I think it might boost his damage reduction. I'll have to go back and check on that. I'm not sure if it changes it or not. Did this go up anymore at 250 or is 250 the cap? Does it tell you the stage if you click on this? No. I mean, we know that we're winning, but we don't know what stage we're at, which is a little bit slow, you know, a little bit annoying to see that happen, but whatever. We'll find out. We could just cancel right now and see where we're at. Where are we? 44 stages done. Not bad. Oh, we're almost at 500. That's a good time to check. Level 309 enemies. They're healers. Healers generally don't seem to scare... Oh my god. They're still getting one tapped. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, they're really not putting up any struggle at all. They're just falling over absolutely dead. I guess we can just go ahead and take 500 down because we're here. But let's go and check on Holmes Young's Void Imprints. I just want to peep on him. Just want to see what's going on there. Michelle back alive, Michelle back unalive. Got her. Get out of here, nerd. 500, that was what, 50-ish stages? That didn't take too long. I don't want that. Or do I? I don't. Most likely I don't. So, I think we have to do it from here. Now, we could do it from here, because he's already in the Void Imprinted area, right? 25, it does get damage reduction. 25% damage reduction. Control immunity is nice. Attack, 25%. How much does that go up? 5% more attack and damage reduction is not bad. 5% more control immunity, 20 more speed, and I think 10% more HP. That's not bad. That is not bad. Another nice one here is the passive 3. I believe, yes. Restores his HP by 40% of his max HP at the end of a round, which is nice. Very, very, very nice. That's big stuff. The extra damage percents here, like, they are increases to his damage. He'll do more damage by being V4 for sure. Not to mention the stat bonuses we get from going up to V4. That'll obviously be a much bigger difference maker than just the small amount of percent difference we get here, but it's something. The main thing is that healing, because right now I believe that is 30%, right? That's not bad. When you pair that with enables that like heal him extra, what is it? That passive 3-2, where you can put like vitality on to increase his effect of being healed. It does make him substantially tankier. Being able to heal 40% of his max life at the end of every round all the time is kind of busted. It's definitely nice. So I think the V4 upgrade will be nice. Even if we just go V3, would still be a big improvement just on survivability for like the Aspen Dungeon. For nowsies, I think he's doing fine. Let's just jump back in here and start smushing these nerds, because they're not really that dangerous. As we can see, we're cooking those guys pretty fast. Actually, we're poisoning them, kind of. I guess we're cooking them poisonous food, killing them. It's a great time to be alive, except for them, because they're dying poisonous deaths. And that's got to be one of the worst ways to go, if I had to guess. That can't be good. Like, burning alive probably sucks, don't get me wrong. That's got to be up there with the horrible ways to go. I feel like being poisoned is probably also right up there. Like, freezing to death? Probably not that bad, right? Oh, it's cold. Oh, it's cold. I'm going to sleep. I'm dead. Not too bad. Burning to death? Bad. Okay, for sure skis, no doubt about it. Being poisoned to death, I guess depending on what poisons you. If it's like an instant poison, probably not that bad. Like, I guess he's like throwing cyanide pills at these bros. They're just going down immediately. But like a slow burn poison, just taking you out one day at a time, like on Forensic Files where everyone's getting ethylene glycol poisoned, that would suck. That would suck some serious butts. Would not want to go out that way. Kind of a weird tangent. Don't know why I went down that route, but we did. And now there's no going back. It's out there. Also, you might notice I have cut my hair because it was getting long and unruly and it bothered me. So now we have shorter hair and it's nice. I enjoy it. I've lost at least 1 pound simply in hair, and that's good. That's weight loss. You know what I'm saying? Not really. Doesn't count. I mean, it counts, but it doesn't count. Delicious tea. Currently drinking some honeyed tea. It's amazing. Good for the throat. Also, just tastes tasty. So, there's that. But, tomorrow, we're probably not going to do this account tomorrow, even though we will be getting the extra cards, finishing out Card Clash, getting the 9-star heroes, probably be able to make a V4 Holmes tomorrow. I think tomorrow we're going to jump in on the Revival series, because it needs to do the event, essentially. It did a little bit like day 1, because can't remember what I was out of. I was out of something. Promotion stones. Yeah, I didn't have promotion stones, so I had to go early into the event. We might do some big P energy tomorrow. You know, we might just jump in, drop some big P. Not saying we will for sure, but we most likely will for sure. And then once we do that, we'll get a few extra glorious relic stuffs. What am I going to do with those things? I don't know. If we go like, I don't know. I'm thinking, but I'm not really thinking that clearly. I don't know if I want to go ahead and transcend Elena so I can throw her into my tenant slot for Aspen. Probably not a bad idea. We can definitely start transitioning Aspen as well. And that is going to be kind of important, I think. So maybe getting him to Destiny transition a little bit, messing around with him as well, might not be a bad idea. But yeah, if we go big P energy, we'll get a bunch of extra free chests, but I don't really need. That's kind of like, honestly, that's like my big holdup. Like, dropping the hundo on the big P wouldn't be bad, just because I get the Prism Starry Gems, a bunch of extra loot that I can use, and that's nice to convert those over. You get the 10 Contract Starry Gem chests, which are nice. Some treasure tickets, cores, I think, as well. Good stuff comes out of it. But, where are we at here? 59 stages completed, not bad. But I don't really need hero copies at the current juncture. And all the extra chests from like the Starlight Melody, like they're nice. They're good to have, I guess. I just don't need them. You know, I've got so many, I just got boxes and boxes of heroes. I need food more than I need here. I guess I could just start using those as like food chests. Just feeding off like a whole bunch of transcendable heroes. Not a great idea probably for sure, but I mean, I don't know what to do with them all. They're just stacking up. We'll see. We'll cross that bridge at a later date. Level 340 enemies. Are they now putting up a bit of a challenge? They survived a singular hit from Holmes Young. This is a good sign for them and a bad sign for me. Although, I will say, they still died round 1, and that gives me a lot of hope. Good nass. But they are getting a little bit beefier. Is Mihm showing up? Oh, a Mihm wave, 567. Let's go ahead and just auto clear like this one. And like, I don't know, 5 more, right? That'd be 562. 563 we're on. 564. I'm going to mess it up for sure. 565. I'm thinking I'm right. I could be wrong. 5. We'll cut it off here just in case I miscalculate. That should be 5 actually. We're 2 off. That's fine. That's fine. See what happens. This isn't really a dangerous one, I don't think. Counterattack's a little bit annoying, but probably not a big deal. They're not hitting too hard. That is something well, his counterattack didn't hit too hard. Asmo might still be an it. No, Asmo didn't even do much to me. So our survivability is looking pretty beefy. It's looking pretty good. This is a 6 Mihm wave. It's the 567 Mihm wave, so this should be the easiest Mihm wave of the game. They get substantially more difficult later on, but let's see what happens here. Okay, so we've lost a dude. We haven't lost a dude. They've lost a dude. They've lost multiple dudes. Oh, that was a lot of damage in the round right there. That hit pretty hard. That even brought my main dude down some serious HPs. So that's sketch-a-doodle-doo. Now, when we do this at the higher levels, I don't think we're bringing everybody in. We're going to have to rely on, hopefully, Holmes Young on his own to be able to pull this off, for sure. Because if we bring a bunch of people that start dying on our team, we're absolutely immediately boned, and there's just no two ways about it. If these don't look too sketch, which right now I don't think they're probably going to be, anything other than like a Mihm, maybe Aiden. Aiden waves also have a chance to kind of nuke you down a little bit. I think we'll be okay just kind of skipping these fights, because we're not taking really any damage on these. It's mostly Valkyrie might be something. Let's yeet our way to a Valkyrie and just see what becomes of that. Is she doing significant amounts of burn at the current juncture, or is she just kind of not doing much? One way to know for sure, if she doesn't get crowd controlled, we won't probably really know what her burn is, because she might just die out before she gets a chance to do anything. Yeah, she got crowd controlled, but we took like no damage at all. That was pretty easy, won't lie. Valk not really an issue. Lots of sleeplesses, lots of... Oh, there's an Aiden at 580. That's like, I don't know, a few away. Auto clear our way up like, I don't know, some stages. I don't know how many it's going to be. I want to check in on some of the harder waves and see how we're kind of faring. My guess is the most difficult is going to be Mihm. Obviously, for this account. I don't think anything else is going to be as hard as Mihm. Amin Ramens might be a challenge, but I don't know if they'll be that big of a challenge. Did we already get like a piece of gear? 7 stages complete. We almost went past it. That's okay. We can probably skip you. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think Margaret is gonna be pushing us asunder. I don't think that's gonna happen. Aiden, though, this guy, he's a shocker. He kind of has that same little bursty damage on death that Mihm does. I don't think he's quite as potent as Mihm. But they're still all alive round 1 so far. That's improvement. Okay, they're not really hitting that, but look at that. You see all the damage we just received there at the end? Like 20 million apiece from all of them. Not bad. Now, Aiden's different from Mihm in the fact that his passive only triggers on his own death, whereas Mihm triggers on anyone's death. That's why it's very difficult to do Mihm waves with more than one hero, unless all of your heroes are very tanky, or you have a hero like Sylvie or Great Sage Sun Wukong there to give you copious amounts of shields. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think we're in any real jeopardy. Let's just smush as high as we can go. I get the feeling we are gonna run into a Mihm wave eventually, and we will lose. When we get there, we can try to finagle our way around it and see if there's something we could potentially do to change our loss. Or we might just blow past it. I don't think so, but for sure not. There's no way we blow past 636. Is it 636? 638? I don't know. It's somewhere up there. It's a tough one. It's definitely a tough one. That's got to be a multiple of 5, right? Go like 5 more stages and see what we're up against. There might be an early Mihm wave in the early 600s. I don't remember. Because we're close to the 600s now, right? We should be. Right? Let's see. That was a multiple of 15 stages completed. Yeah, we're pretty much there at 600. Aiden at 601. 604 is a Valkyrie. Let's go ahead and scoot our way up to 6 Hunskies. We'll know when we get there, because we'll get like a piece of armor or something, I think. And then we'll be right there ready to fight the Aiden wave of 601. They're definitely getting tankier for sure. And even though they're making it past round 1, that's not that big of a deal, I don't think. Surviving past round 1 is obviously, you know, oh, hold up. Do we beat it already? Son of a ball sack, we just right on through. 607's a Mihm, though. Let's pay attention this time, you know, and see it. But obviously, Aiden's not a problem for us. We made it through him. We'll wait until we see a drop, and then we will do it manually, because it's only 2 waves after that. That shouldn't be too hard, right? Or we could just grab that drop and let it do 1 more wave for us, and then we could just cancel it here. Now we're at 607 Mims. This is 40 Mihm waves. 40 Mihm waves. God, don't do that to me. 40 waves higher of the Mims. I think we leave everyone in for the first try, just to see if we can make it work. My guesstimation is most likely not. Right now we have the Breath of the Forest on Holmes Young as well. That is not an ideal artifact for 6v6 game modes. It's just the best artifact I currently have for the vast majority of content, especially boss fighting. So it's just what's on him in like every setup that I have. That said, we do have a Golden Crown, and if I'm going to try to solo a Mihm wave, I think Golden Crown will be my best bet. We got him. We got him all in the first round, actually. It was round 2, I guess. But even with all 6 of our dudes in there, we didn't die. That's actually surprising. I didn't expect that to be the way it went. I really thought we were going to start seeing, like, Gru would fall off, or maybe the 5-star Holmes Young would fall off, and then all that extra damage would cascade and would just kill everyone. It didn't happen that way. It did not happen that way. This could be normally a pretty frustrating one. We'll see how it looks. You know, being a non-Mihm wave. Hook our peepers on it and see what's being peeped. She does damage based on your percent of max HP, I believe, which is not a big deal. I should be okay. We took a little bit of burn damage, I think, from the Valkyrie here. There was some damage received there. I think Ada might have punched him in the face. As you can see, we do be eating some damage here. Reflected off Penny, I believe, as well. Hurts us a little bit. But so far, still making it through. Turned them into birds. When you bird people, that's good news. You like to bird people. That went pretty well. Alakita actually doing a little bit of work there. Unusual. Unusual, but I'll take it. I'll be honest. I don't feel the danger from any wave that's not like got like either a bunch of Oberons to twine the scrotum out of me, pennies out the wazoo, Amen Ramens and Adas. This one could be one to watch. This one could be one to witness. If we blow through this one with relative ease, then we'll just scooch our way forward. You know what I'm saying? We won't worry about it too much. I'm kind of thinking on the next artifact that I want to build. A melodic strings is always strong, and a deified lingering melody is always really, really strong. But, oh, we got stunned. Who stunned? Cruz stunned us. You little turd, Sammy. Unbelievable, but we're still just poisoning the crap out of these guys, and they're just dying, like, immediately, which is beautiful. But with the team that I have, right, I've got a Holmes Young, I've got a Betty. Both of those heroes really benefit from like a Rui Scepter or a Dragon Rui if you're insane, which I might be insane. We'll see. That might be my next target just to get my control precision up. Because if I can kind of get through, I guess, like Mihm waves with control, that would be kind of broken and make it much easier. But it'd be a good artifact to have regardless. The crowd control is just nice. So we'll see. Maybe that's the second artifact that I build is just a Rui Scepter or something. I feel like it'd be pretty handy. Breath of the Forest, obviously, is, like, for obvious reasons, not the greatest first artifact to build, but it's fun. It does boost your boss damage pretty substantially. Horus's, I'll be honest, I don't see Horus being sketch. We'll witness it and see. But yeah, Breath of the Forest, I wouldn't recommend it being your first build at all. I think it's a fun artifact. I think it definitely has uses. Obviously, boss fights. Anything else that's not a boss fight, probably not very useful. Golden Crown's a nice one to have. I don't think you need to really build it, though. Just a regular Golden Crown's probably enough. That went down pretty easy. Holmes just doing work. He is working like crazy. We'll watch some of these. These are a little bit more tough, so we'll just keep an eye on these and see if we run into any kind of real issues. But we'll probably end up swapping over for the Mihm wave. We'll swap the Breath of the Forest off of Holmes Young. Swap the crown onto Holmes Young. We'll lose some attack. We'll lose, obviously, some skill damage. But what we will gain is... ooh, look at that damage that big Holmes Young just took there. Absolutely got rinsed there. I wonder what that was. Must have been Ada's basic attack. I think Ada might have hit him pretty hard there. Either way, we still made it through, and that's fine. But yeah, I think even though we lose the attack and the skill damage, the damage reduction is going to be far more important for us. 6 Penninators. This will be one to see. If we make it through this one okay, she was one of the harder ones that I had to deal with because her crits are insane, but not just her crits. Once she starts attacking and gets that reflective armor built up, the dynamite armor, very annoying. Just a very annoying hero to fight. But look at that. Look at the damage. That's pretty crazy. The reflecting not hurting as much. But, yeah, we actually lost heroes for the first time, I believe. We actually lost our front 2 people. Uh-oh. Or is it an uh-oh? Or is it even uh-oh worthy at all? Ooh, double Ada, double Asmo. We gotta start paying a little bit of attention. I know before when I ran these, like, anytime I seen an Asmo or a Penny, my front line was just like 2 queens or 2 Grus, and I had backline queens to help strip off their crit. Because if they don't crit, they're not that dangerous. It's when they start critting, they do some serious work. So far, we're looking all right. They're dead. They are super duper of the dead. We still have an alive Ada. We don't have an alive Ada. She is also dead. Round 2's looking like it's working pretty well for us. Round 3, because the Michelle's still alive. I don't think she makes it to round 5. I'll just say it. I don't believe she makes it there. Almost made it, like, through. Like, she started round 4, but she was really dead before round 4 began. She poisoned out. Nice stuff. Not too bad. 6 Oberon Kenobis. This could be fun. This could also suck. We'll see. The fact that he twines, and it's not really easy to, like, counter twine, especially the way he does it where his seeds sprout on you. A little annoying, but probably okay. We got a seed on Holmes back here. It didn't, it did twine him, and we died. This is the first time we've taken an L. Oberon Kenobi. The twines and the poisons are going to be a bit dangerous to us. How do we counter it? Good question. Good question. We could go energy artifact on Holmes, primarily to try to shapeshift as many as possible. Hope that Betty gets some twines as well. What is all this? Glorious relic? Glorious is definitely now a word. It's not a word. We're in 6v6. We can go back to like using regular stuff. I don't have Unbending Will. This is actually just set up entirely for that one Gru fight, so we can ditch what he's got set up here. Dot Purify doesn't really matter. I'm not going to lie to you. It doesn't make that big of a difference in these areas. Control Purify also doesn't really matter because I think the seeds sprout at the start of the round, so you get twined whether you have this or not, which is not good, I guess, would be the way to put it. Crit damage isn't really an issue. It's just straight up taking damage. Living through the poisons would be big. Attribute reduction is not really going to help us. We could throw like a resilience on. We could throw a control purify on. I guess it can't hurt to have it on. So I think the twine lasts for 2 rounds. But this is what we got to change, right? The Breath of the Forest isn't really going to do much for us here. We could go with the Golden Crown for damage reduction on Holmes and hope that he could just carry the day by himself. But I would argue that perhaps our better option here is to give him a skill cast on round 1 and hope that he lands some shape-shiftings. If he does, we'll be in a good spot. If he doesn't, it won't really matter. Breath of the Forest isn't really going to help on, like, Vespera. Call me crazy? I think we throw it on this guy. He doesn't have an artifact on anyway right now. An extra 300% skill damage on this dude is actually going to be pretty large. We'll see if it actually makes a difference at all. If it doesn't, it doesn't. If it does, well, then it did. We will leave this. We will pop you in, and where's our... He's already in. Gru's not really going to matter here, can't lie. I think we're better off going with all passive attacks and trying to kill as many as possible on round 1. That's my take. That's what I think is our best bet. Is it going to be the best bet? Only one way to know for sure. We didn't shapeshift anybody, it was not great. That's not beautiful. It should be possible to shapeshift on round 1. We might have just gotten unlucky. We only twined 1 bro. This means, in my mind, we are most likely fully boned. We killed 1 of them. We've twined 2 of them. Twined 3 of them. Holmes Young is gonna die. They heal so much. They just healed like a gajillion HP. I still think we can get it. We just got to get a little lucky with our crowd control. Right now, we missed all the birds. Can we not bird on round 1? I think we can. Yeah. We got double birds. That's good. 2 people that are birded means that's 2 people that cannot attack us. If they can't attack us, they can't twine us. 3 potential twines might not be the worst thing in the world. Might not be the best thing in the world. We've twined a lot of them. Our dudes are alive. I think we're in a... Oh, we got our Holmes Young twined. That's not great. But they're still also twined. I think we might have cracked the code. The code might indeed be cracked. It was indeed cracked. We figured it out. Tough one. That's a tough one. That doesn't bode well. But like I said, we don't have any Void Enable. Really, we have like the first 3 nodes of the Void Enable on him, which isn't a huge amount of stats. A full V4 obviously will make a tremendous difference if I had to guess on it. We made it work, though. Damage reduction, again, might have been an option here, but I feel like getting the birds out first, because these 2 are the ones that did catch the bird, I believe. Yeah, 2 and 4. That sounds right. They caught birds. Because they were birds, they could do nothing, couldn't twine us. Even only being able to get twined a couple of times, they still did some massive damage. So Oberon's a dangerous one. Often overlooked, I think, because a lot of builds can like one-tap him. But yeah, that poison, it's no joke. It's definitely no joke at all. We don't really need to maintain the exact same thing we just had. But we'll just run it till it doesn't work, right? If we lose it immediately and it does not function properly and we're losing waves, we can swap around his artifact again, no big deal. Amin Ramens will be a little bit annoying for absolutely sure. They're hard to crowd control. We did get one crowd controlled though, which is, that's nice. That's a big deal for us. I'm happy with it. I don't want her to drop her Guardian Shield as much as I possibly can. The less that she can throw that out, the better for us. The poisons should help. I think poison bypasses her shield. I think dots go around behind it. So we're actually doing okay here. She got turned into a bird. Her chances of winning went from 0% to less than 0%. Easy dub, easy dub. Mihm is coming up soon. 624 is Mihm. 6 Aspens could be fun. He's already, I think, a little bit control resistant. I don't know how much he is. Not much. Obviously, we got 2 birded ones instantaneously, which is great. His thing is going to be more that he can nuke and heal. So he could smoke our team down to 50% health and then kill them. We twined the bird. Probably not the ideal twine, if I'm being honest. This Aspen also, by the way, if you're noticing, does hit 3 enemies at a time. I was very confused about this. When I first saw it, I was like, hold up. That's weird. Aspen doesn't do that anymore. This is an old version of Aspen. This is Aspen from back in the day. His basic attack used to target 3 enemies. So now you know. Now you know that Aspen in the Aspen dungeon is actually a little more deadly. A little bit more deadly. Hits more people. But that one wasn't too tough. 3 Adas, 3 Amen Ramens. This one could be legitimately the worst thing I've ever seen. It may not be, though. I don't know. We birded an Ada off rip. That's not bad. I will take a birded Ada for sure skis. The more heart... We got twined all 3 of the Amen Ramens. That is absolutely bonkers to my mind. That's good news. That is really good news. The fact that they are twined is great for us. The Adas are starting to drop off from the poisons. That's good as well. It looks like we're going to go right on through this one. I was worried about it. Did we get insanely lucky with our Betty? Yes. Absolutely yes. Frontline Betty, by the way, is kind of a strat. I didn't really know this until I was kind of reading her passives. The fact that she has a chance to twine every time she's attacked is... pretty freaking good. It definitely works. Valentino's, I'll be honest, I don't sense danger. I really don't. I think this one's going to be pretty easy. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. He has a fair amount of crowd control. I just don't think this is one that we have to worry about. Could be wrong. I don't feel it. I don't feel the danger levels rising, you know? Yeah, because look at all the crowd control we're dumping out on these guys. Twines, birds, petrifies. I mean... they ain't got no chance. They can't do nothing. They're just sitting there, and that's what you want. Honestly, for 6v6 modes, being able to like permanently crowd control people is probably one of your best bets. The downside, of course, is that it's completely useless in boss fights because crowd control does nothing. Either way, these guys going down again. I'm actually kind of surprised. We do have a fairly good treasure train over here for a new account. It's not like a whale's treasure train, but it's pretty solid. We have around 38 million health on our Holmes Young at E5. He's not even V4'd yet. But the fact that he's not void enabled and he's still pushing this high in the tower, I'm pretty happy with it. That's not bad. That is not bad at all. Will this be dangerous? I know King Barton can get annoying. I don't know if he's annoying here as he is in the Void campaigns. I know the Void, he's doing some rapping and tapping. That's not bad. That's not bad. We didn't crowd control him either, but that's probably not a big deal. We have many chances to crowd control, bro. But he is actually hitting the team relatively hard. Got me stunned on the big boy. That's not great, although the entire team, other than this one guy, is crowd controlled right now. Betty's locking people down with twine is absolutely insane. That is crazy. And the rest of them kind of being birds is nice. We need to get this guy done. We need to get him. We need to get them all down. We keep getting stunned. I think the Cruise passive procced on us. It's just one guy left. We got it. But that was a tough one. That was a pretty tough wave. That King Barton was dropping some actual damage, bro. He was doing some stuff. Some stuff and some things. This one's going to be also annoying. A lot of heavy damage over time from the burns, but obviously I think the biggest issue is going to be the twines. If we can get the Oberons locked down round 1, I think we're okay. We got one of them taken care of already, which is beautiful. Turning Valkyrie into a bird, by the way, is also very nice. It stops her from doing her little burn when she gets crowd controlled, and also obviously stops her from attacking it entirely, which is great. But where'd the twine go? Yeah, that's some hefty burnage for sure. This could be interesting. Oh, this could be bad. This is bad news bears. The amount of badness and the bearsness is high. We've just birded and twined. Oh, we died. We died. That was close. That was close. That was a tough one. It's a lot of damage over time rolling in on this one. If we can get both Oberons round 1, I think we pull it off. The Twines hit really hard. The Valks obviously burn very hard as well. We did not twine a single, or bird a single Oberon. That's probably bad news. Doesn't mean it's game over. It just means it's bad news. We also twined the already birded Valkyrie. I'm going to put that in the devastatingly bad for us box, for sure. We did twine and petrify both of the backline. Oh, those burns are absolutely rinsing us right now. Even though he's twined, he is also still counterattacking, which is crazy. That is some insane damage. They all worked pretty evenly there. They were working well as a team except for this one, but she was locked out. She got birded and then twined. Like, what's she really going to do? I think we can live through the Valkyries. I think the Valkyries, while they're tough, I don't think they're the big issue. I think our big issue is the Oberons, because they don't just poison us, they twine us. And that's an issue. That is the real issue. We could do burn removal on our Holmes Young and see if that makes a difference. It may not. We did not twine yet again a backline Oberon Canoberon. That scares me a lot. And pretty much, I think, guarantees that we are in boned territory right off the ripskis. This guy's still up. He's down. We're probably going to burn out here. Well, maybe not. No, we're still going. This might be the one. It depends on how much damage this... Oh, she's not doing nothing. She ain't doing squat diddly jack because she got turned into a freaking bush. That's what I'm talking about. Absolute Bushmaster over here, taking them down. Honestly, not bad damage, bro. Out deeps in the E5 Alakita. Not bad. We got through it. That was a tough one. I think our big challenge here, from what I'm seeing so far, Ada, Amun Ramens are annoying, but we're getting through them with relative ease. Oberon has been our biggest issue right now because the damage over time. It just hits really hard. And it twines us, which really sucks. But, butt cheeks. I still think Mims are going to give us a serious run for our money. Also, that Dark Arthendal just dropped an absolute nuke bomb. Not bad. Not bad damage. That's pretty good. The round marks also getting hit on us by Sleepless. Not too bad. I think we can survive these guys. Turn that guy into a bird. I thought he had a really high control immunity. Maybe I'm wrong. They do have 24% bonus control immunity from all that stuff, but they are going to go down. We lost a couple of dudes there. But yeah, that Dark Arthendal dropped like a freaking bomb on us, dude. That was crazy. Still got him. Another of these guys showing up scares me. That scares me a little bit. 4 Asmodeluses. I'm thinking. I think we roll it like it is. Probably swap this up, though. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea. I'm thinking about putting a Gru in there to eat a little bit of their crit. But we'll see. We'll see. We do have a lot of control immunity built up on the team right now. We've crowd controlled nobody as of yet, but doesn't mean we won't. However, it also might mean that we won't. If we don't, there's a lot of crits rolling in here. And since it's a mark that activates, you can't outlive it with, everyone just died, except for her. How did you dodge all of that? Did she not get crit against or something? Yeah. It only takes one of them to crit, and because it's a mark, you can't actually live through it with unbending will. Very annoying, but I think it's okay. I think we can still make this work. I think we drop you, and we bring a Gru. It may not be the greatest play in the world, but Asmo attacks both frontline enemies anyways, so he still has a chance to get twined when he attacks. We also did not crowd control anyone either time. I do believe Michelle's 100% control immune like Mihm, but I think Asmos can be controlled. We just getting a little unlucky on him. Will that be a difference maker? Very possibly. Okay, so we survived round 1. Still not looking beautiful. We got 1 Asmo twined. We birded a Michelle, not really the ideal person, and look at that. Look at those, the absolute dams just rolling in on those Asmos. 329 million damage. Well done, my friend. This is one I do think we can beat, though. I think this is mostly coming down to unlucky crowd control. If we turn one of these guys into birds, get a couple of them twined, I think we're fine. As of yet, we've been hitting 0 crowd controls pretty religiously, which is not ideal. Another good selling point for going for a Rui Scepter early is that we might be able to get around a little bit of that. We're hitting all the wrong people. Oh, we got we got 1 Asmo, right? We survived. If this Asmo goes down, I believe this is also an Asmo here. If we can get both of those dudes to be dead and not get crit to death in this next attack, we're dead. We're dead. Hold up, though. What are we doing? We're being absolute boobinators. I swear to God, if you solo this, you are the greatest hero to ever do it. You're not. You're not going to solo it. A basic strategy for this that I did not employ is simply to purify ourselves from a random mark. Purifying the crit mark off of yourself at the end of the round does reduce the damage you receive by a pretty substantial margin. Let's see if that is the difference maker we need it to be. If it's not, it's not. If it is, then it is. I'd also love to... We got 1 birded immediately. That's big. If we could also twine 1, I think we're golden. We didn't twine 1. That's all right. That's okay. We're all right with it. Sip some tea. See what happens. We still lost our entire front line, which is a little shocking. Can't lie, won't lie. We did not bird either of the Asmodeluses. He's still alive, though, which is shocking to me. He is dead. He is dead like no one's business. He has died very quickly. Unluckers. We're going to win this one. We're going to win this one. We're going to fight the Mihm. We might call it after that. We'll see. We just got to get... Oh, he's birded. We've birded 1. Now, if we can twine the other... We did not twine. I'm going to need you to step it up there, Betty. I'm really going to need you to take what you're doing and step it up a notch. You know what I'm saying? You just got to... He twined 1. This is big. We still have our front line alive, which doesn't sound like a big deal. The extra attacks that's going to give Holmes Young is actually not something to sneeze at. That is a difference maker. This could be the day. This could be the one. We've got a twined and 2 bird on the old Asmodeluses. Oh, please don't kill me. You son of a mother's butt crack. Get out of here. That was the one. We got stunned by the darn Michelle. If we dodge that stun, I think it's over for him. It's just a little unlucky. It's just a little unlucky, but I don't think it's the end of the world. We got a bird. Things are going well for round 1. We could throw like a queen in here if I have a queen with an energy artifact on her and try to get some crit reduction that way as well. We could also upgrade another Gru for double crit reduction. That's bad. That's bad. That's probably the worst round we've had ever. That was awful. It's okay. For every good run, we need a magical droplet. We are going to beat this wave. I'm telling you right now. It's going to happen. Wait, hold up. Oh, there's like 10 of them. I don't need 10. Maybe 2. We just got to get a little lucky here. Just a little lucky. As you can see, though, Alakita really not bringing a whole lot to the table. It's pretty much hinging on everyone that's not Alakita, which is sad, and yet true. We've birded and twined nobody. We got 1 twined, which is nice, but we don't have a front line anymore, which is absolutely abysmal and bad. We killed 1 Asmo. I'll take it, I guess. If he could bird 1, that would be big. He did. He birded 1. Now we just got to dodge the crits. Of course, we don't dodge the crits. They have their crit broken twice right now, and their crit rate must be insane. An actual Asmo doesn't have that high of crit. Here's my thoughts. Here's my thoughts. My thoughts, here's they are. Well, how much are you reducing crit right now? 10%. That's not bad. It isn't bad. That's still a 5-star, you boob. Maybe look for the 6-star Gru. 15% crit reduction on a 6-star Gru. I think what we can do here, we can 6-star a Gru. I'm probably going to end up using Gru for a little while anyway. I know it sounds like a weird addition to a team in 2025, but I do like Gru. I think Gru is a very slept-on hero for debuffs and just being a raw tank in of himself. Did I just upgrade freaking level 1 Gru? That's okay. It's not that big of a deal. I was going to use 2 Grus anyway, so it's not a problem. I was going to use double Gru, so it's okay. Everything is working out as intended. Give him some damage reduction. I guess I can give you a stone. Not that it's going to make too big of a difference. Betty is butt naked right now. I'm not sure why that is. Oops. There's really nothing that I can throw on. I mean, I could go throw some damage reduction, I guess. Wouldn't hurt her. Ain't gonna hurt her none to have some damage reduction. I guess we can do a quick look like this and make sure no one else is just sitting around butt nude. I don't think anybody else we're using is sitting around butt nude. That Gru was sitting around butt nude. Not today, nerd. Give yourself one of these as well. Get you some damage reduction going. Another change, by the way. From going from a 5-star to a 6-star Gru is his passive here. This gives 32% armor, not bad. But this one gives you damage reduction 20%, which is obviously much, much better. I guess we can go ahead and upgrade you, my friend. Why not? Get there, feel good, be damage reducey. What if we upgraded you to 7-star? How much would that crit reduction be? 24% crit? Listen, I know I said 6-star, but that's not what I meant to do, bro. That's what we meant to do. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go 7-star Gru. I planned on taking them to probably 10-star anyway. Will I go higher than that? Most likely not. But I think this is the recipe for success. I think this will do us well. Who do we drop in this? Call me insane, call me crazy. Alakita. Is it sad to drop your E5? Maybe. I just don't feel... Maybe she's bringing something to the table. She gives us a small chance to petrify, although I haven't really seen it proccing at all. Let's see if this is the secret sauce. The sauce de la secret. We didn't get anyone birded on round 1, which isn't great. We also didn't get anybody twined on round 1, which is super not great. But that's okay. Let's see if our crit reduction will be enough to survive. How did you just die in 1 hit? Am I on drugs? Did I just miss something insane? Where did all the extra damage just come from? Is it because they crit and the mark went off? That was the worst first round I've ever seen. We're beating this stage. This is now my goal for the day. We will beat this stage. And after that, we might just have to call it. We'll probably try Mihm too, I won't lie. I think we can do this, though. I do think this is doable. A proactive crit reduction wouldn't be a bad idea. Oh, we got a twine. Would you look at that? We twined somebody. That's a step in the right direction. I just need these guys to not crit on every single attack. That was really unlucky, I think. Is this one doable? I don't know. We got a petrify and a twine going on, which isn't terrible. We got a bird going on. This guy most likely... Oh, he didn't kill us. We got stunned, though. That Michelle is really causing me problems. I need them to stop causing me the issues they're causing me. And all it takes is one. All it takes is one singular crit, and it's pretty much over for us. We did good on that one. We got pretty far. The stuns got us. The stuns got us. Listen. We don't need Unbending Will here. I don't know why I'm carrying it. The crit goes through it anyways. The fact I haven't been using Balanced Strike has probably made half of you insanely furious at me, and the other half were like, oh, I totally forgot that was a thing. Me too. That's why it wasn't on. I still think we try to remove the mark as best we can so it doesn't guaranteed one-shot us, although we could go with a Shared Fate. But that's at round end. It might be enough. Let's try for just raw deeps. Let's just try to give these guys the actual business right off the rip ski. Be like, listen, here is my full business on the table. Let's all the way on the table our business and see if it makes a difference. A lot of crit marks built up on our dudes right now. Hopefully the Asmos don't just crit their balls off immediately. Okay, that's killed. You crit on the one guy I didn't want you to crit on. We're going to probably call this one a wipe if I had to guesstimation it, and I do. You're all dead. Do you see how long everyone just lived? The lack of crits that just took place on round 2 is insane. The fact that they only critted on the one guy I was like, don't crit on, please, bothers me a little bit. That's just bad luck. That's just simply bad luck. No birds on round 1 yet again. No twines on round 1 yet again. These are problems. We also got stunned on Mother Loving round 1. These are some of the worst RNGs I think I've ever witnessed in my life. I just can't say it any other way. Let's try a different strategy. Let's try a different strategy. What are we going to do in this strategy? It's a good question. We could throw Alakita back in. I don't think she was really contributing that much, but maybe she's doing something. Maybe I was a little harsh on the Alakita. Potentially. Putting her in the front line does give us an extra chance to twine these guys in the back a little bit better. We're still not getting twines or birds on round 1, which is just really unlucky, I would say, if I had to guess. It's not good. Literally takes one attack. Literally takes one attack to wipe the entire team. That crit mark is absolutely disgusting. Do we have Queen? Am I going to have to resort to throwing Queen at these people? I don't have a Queen. Oh, God. That's not great. Queen is my secret weapon against these people. I still think we can do it. I think, honestly, I think the team right now, as it sits, can beat this wave. We're just getting freakishly unlucky with crowd control and freakishly unlucky on their crits. And here we go again with none crowd control yet. We've twined a singular Asmodeus. This is massive news for us. Probably the biggest thing that has ever happened in the history of things that happen in the world. The one taps my mother-loving Gru. That is not what we wanted to see, even remotely. The odds that we win this one now, 0 to 15% chance. Not saying it's impossible, but I'm saying it is impossible. We have been stunned and got all 4 attacks from Asmodeus to hit us. That's great. We're going to win this. Okay, it's going to happen. I know you're sitting there saying, I don't believe you. I don't care. It's going to happen. 100%. There's no way we lose this. We will get lucky one time, and we will land a freaking bird on one of these nerds. We will land a twine on one of these nerds. They will not crit every single attack on my front line, and we will win. Michelle won't get an active skill on round 1 and stun the scrotum out of me. I'm telling you, this has got to be the worst luck I've ever witnessed. Like, it's blowing my... Like, I know they got, like, 24% control immunity, and he's got some, I believe, built into his kit anyways. But the fact that we're landing, like, a 0% rate of crowd controls on these guys is kind of bonkers. Like, super bonkers. Hitting literally, like, none of those dudes blows my mind. My mind is blown. I'm pretty sure... Wait, do we have Mark Purify? We got rid of Mark Purify. Okay, listen. We might have made a mistake on Purify. How are you the last guy alive, bro? How? How is my 5-star just like, you know what? It's not that hard. Y'all are just a bunch of wusses. Shared Fate is not doing as much as I had hoped it would do. We're going to continue purifying off that crit mark so Michelle can't randomly one-shot my Holmes Young. This also just may not be the play. I'm just going to say it. I don't think it's the play. The amount of crowd control that we're landing on round 1 is darn near 0. I think because it is darn near 0, we're better off just letting the 5-star Holmes Young try to land a crowd control on round 1 and giving this guy some extra attack and some extra damage to potentially kill them immediately. That is really all that I can go with. You are not. Why you? I didn't want you. Did I pass you up, my friend? I must have, or maybe I wasn't there yet. Both are possible. Give you a stone, because that's going to annoy me that it's still there. We are going to beat this. We, today, maybe even right now, are going to beat this stage. I don't believe it's possible to remain this unlucky for this long. All we got to do is get like one lucky break, and we're good to go. We're simply good to go. No crit from round 1. Oh, look at that. That's nice. We're also not getting any twines, which is bad. We twined literally nobody with like an insane amount of chance to twine. We are killing people though. This is huge news. This is probably the largest news I've ever seen in my life. Please don't one-tap me. It would make me sad in my heart. And we've gone the distance. We won. We simply won. Terrible crowd control luck. Doesn't matter. We still got him. We still got him. 100% of the time. All we had to do, some slight tweaks, some slight adjustments. Getting the damage back on Holmes Young. He dropped dang near 1 billion damage there. Was all we needed. That was the strategy. Can we blow through this wave with the same strat? Almost 100% no. Am I going to try it? Absolutely. Abso-mother-loving-lutely I'm going to try it. We're going to die almost for sure. We're probably not going to be able to run the entire team here. We're probably going to have to swap to the crown. We're not going to turn any of these guys into birds and or twine them. That's just simply most likely not going to be how anything takes place. Yeah. Oh my God. As soon as somebody dies, everybody dies. You know, that's just the way that it has to be. So what do we run on our Holmes Young for this? This isn't a terrible artifact by any stretch, right? It just simply isn't going to cut it for Mihm. We need damage reduction. We've got to stay alive. We need probably Unbending Will to dodge all the extra attacks at the end. I think that will be the play. Mark Purify does nothing. Attribute Reduction Purify actually kind of matters on this one. I believe. I'm like 82% sure that's what we want here. Vitality is big, I think. I don't know if we need Lethal Fight Back. I think Vitality is probably stronger. We could even go so far as to give ourselves extra HP to be a little bit tankier than usual. 41 million, not bad, not bad. We don't have another stone right now. We need more dust. Something good? Crit HP, listen. I'll put it on here just to have a backup stone. We can swap it later. I don't think that's going to be what we need to make it through this one, but it's still something. Alakita, you're not going to be in this fight. It's probably going to be just him. It might be him and Gru. It might be him and Gru. We're going to try it with Gru first, because I think that is a fairly safe bet. We're going to keep Holmes in the back line. We don't want Holmes up front. Up front, you lose all your armor, and then you also get petrified, and then you die. It's okay for Gru, because he's got a pretty decent amount of damage reduction on him right now. He's also lowering their attack and their crit, which is nice. We'll see if this is going to work. If I had to guess, so far, so good. We're not going to turn anybody into birds. That's just never go. Oh my God, they hit like a mother-loving tow truck. Oops. Try it again. I'm going to go ahead and lean heavily into the area. The amount of boned we are about to be, pretty mother-loving high. It's not impossible. I still think we might be able to find a way to cheese this. Oh yeah, they drain energy like a mother-lover. That hurts. Oh, we're doing 1 damage because we stripped off all of our attack and we didn't purify the attack debuff, which is cool. That's a cool one to mess up. We're so dead. We're so dead. We didn't do anything to these guys. We did nothing to them at all. Hold up. Hold the mother-loving phone. The one time you want a Sleepless and or a Michelle, we have neither of those heroes. The one time you're like, you know what would be cool right now? A Sleepless or a Michelle? And we simply don't. Can you be a Sleepless? You can't even become a Sleepless. You can't become a Michelle. Unlucky. Unlucky as balls. Yeah, there's really just no way around that then, huh? We don't have a Resurrector. My only other plan that I was going to have for this was to throw a Michelle in there with the full lineup, try to kill all the Mims, hope that we survived all the death attacks, and then have Michelle resurrect and win it for us in the end. We don't have Michelle. We don't have Sleepless. We don't have a chance. Quadruple checking. Although I'm like 98% sure I'm right. You do not want frontline on this. If frontline 75% armor and petrifies, yeah, you're totally boned. But the backline, they are going to completely decimate your attack. You purify the wrong thing, you do 0 damage. That's bad. That is also pretty mother loving bad. What am I doing? I don't know. I'm thinking in my brain. They didn't really crit me, so this isn't going to help. Right? It wasn't like I got hit by crazy crits and took a ton of damage. Unbending Will is a requirement. Without it, we will die, for sure. We can try going full tank build. I know that sounds maybe a little strange, but it also might be the way. I feel like you still gotta do attribute purification. If we lose all of our attack and do 1 damage, we're just gonna be boned anyways. Like just straight up super boned. Not gonna work. How tanky are you now? Not honestly that much tankier, which is kind of crazy. What's our crit rate? 25%? Not very high. I don't think crit HP is going to be the stone that saves the day for us. I'm just going to level with you. I think it does nothing. Try it Uno Mas Timos, changing pretty much nothing except for nothing. And seeing if, potentially, possibly, maybe a miracle happens. Maybe a miracle takes place. My guess, we managed to make sure we picked the absolute wrong one to purify off again. We purified off the speed. There's no hope. There's no hope. We're not even close. We're not even close to killing a single one. If we do kill a single one, I think we're still dead. 624 is going to be the holdup for now. That's okay. I kind of expected Holmes Young to struggle with Mihm. That was more or less a given. Ways I think I can get around it. Honestly, upgrading Gru further. That sounds probably stupid to some people. I do believe that like a 10-star, probably an E5 Gru. I could go E5 with Gru. I don't think I'll need to go E5 with Gru, but even a 10-star Gru will give us a little bit more damage reduction, a little bit more HP. We have no warrior tech, which doesn't really help him too much. But Gru reducing their attack constantly, being able to stay alive would be big. We need many things. We need many things. Obviously not being V4 is not helping, for sure. That's not helping at all. We'll gain some more damage reduction, some more HP, some more attack, more control immunity just by getting this. Plus a fair amount more stats, a little bit more damage as well. But yeah, even with the golden crown on, so we've got like 55% damage reduction. We're still getting smoked. I still need a better stone. This is not the ideal stone at all. We could try an attack HP stone if you run around one and get one. That might not be a terrible play. A little bit extra survivability, a little bit more attack. Not awful. A double attack stone even. Probably not the worst thing in the world. But for nowsies, I think we're going to have to call it because we're stuck. We're pretty much just stuck where we are. Did we finish something? Oh, stage 4 broken spaces. That's right. I forgot that I had initially planned. There's no point in cheesing this. I'm not going up to the next one anyway. Duh. We'll go ahead and get this done. Claim that out. Claim another 9-star chest. There we go. Boop, bop, and boop. And then we got to make a piece of 5-star gear. Easy enough. We'll make a sward. We can make a lot of swards. We're going to just make one sward because that's the way to do it. Bam, bam, bam. Another 9-star chest. Another 9-star chest, I said. Get this, get those, get thems. Wishing coins, like I said, we'll just wait on that because we don't have this done yet anyway, so it's not going to matter. We're not going to get stuck there. We did push way further in the tower than we needed to, which is great. We're up to 600 and something. I think the last step we'll need to do is 650, and that's That's way up here. That's way, way up here. That's super up here. How far up here is it? It's all the way to chapter 70 that we got to finish the tower. So we've got time on this because there's plenty of other things we'll get stuck on. Mostly probably like settlements will be the big thing. 10 settlements reaching neutral. That's going to hold us up a little bit. But what are you? Oh, Gru. We're not going to rock Gru. We could, but we won't. But V4 Holmes Young maybe has a chance. It's probably not a great chance, but the extra HP might be enough to survive some rounds of the super beam of death that we're getting sent on. The extra healing at the end of the rounds should help him stay at like full HP or closer to, which will be nice. An extra 10% HP, never a bad thing. Little more damage probably won't be the deciding factor if I had to guess. It probably won't make that big of a difference. But that's step 2. That'll be step 2 is V4ing Holmes Young, seeing if it makes a difference, letting him push past. If it doesn't, we'll have to come up with a new strategy to beat him, and that's fine. There's plenty of ways, I'm sure, to take him down. We just don't have it sorted yet. Also, a Rui Scepter might not be the worst decision in the world. With a Rui Scepter, which gives a lot of control immunity, or control precision, I'm not sure how much. Like, okay, question, if you're still here, if you're still watching this late, I know that control precision helps you land control effects, and control immunity offset essentially helps lower control immunity of heroes. But if your precision breaks 100%, so for example, where is it when you get hit? Is it this one? Yeah, 70% chance to be twined for 2 rounds when she takes damage. If you get control precision to go beyond 100%, does it essentially effectively work as control immunity offset? If I've got a 110% chance to twine, you have a 100% chance to block twine, do I still have a 10% chance to twine you? Or is your immunity being 100% still going to be there? I don't know. I'm not sure how all that works. Let's just for the moment take a peek-see at the old Rui Scepter. Where are you, Scepter de la Rui? Are you up here? I think that's not you. Am I blind? I might be blind. It's way up here. I'm blind. Listen. 50% control precision. Glittery does offset control immunity, but 50% control precision just instantly is already, for like a Betty, that would be 120% chance to twine when she gets attacked. Would that be enough to offset the 100% immunity that a Mihm has? Which honestly, he'll have more than that because Mim's going to have 100% control immunity plus the 24% from the faction buff. Plus, I don't know if they give them more in the tower anyway. Maybe it won't be enough. Maybe it would. The deified version, the Dragon Rui, gives you more control precision, which is nice. 30% offset to their control immunity, which is also nice. I don't think the 3-star does anything special to that. Doesn't really take it up any higher. You just get more control immunity yourself and a chance to be active skilled round 1. A Dragon Rui would be a nice next step, but even a Rui Scepter wouldn't be a terrible next thing to shoot for, I don't think. We'll see. We'll see what we feel like. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure how all that works. Either way, what we've done, push the tower like a madman. I was going to do more broken spaces, but I kind of got hung up there. As I do, get distracted, have to focus, buckle in. We made it work. That said, that's going to be it for today. Before we go, of course, gotta thank the channel members helping keep the dream alive here. We've got our greatest Rathicans, Shaheen, Trippy, White Crow, Afghan Goo 420, and Mellow. Tons of support from those peeps, by the way, in every live stream that we do. They're always dropping gifties. It's insane. So they're not just greatest Rathicans. They also do a ton of support outside of that, just through the gifted memberships, which is super great. Our great Rathicans, we have Lotto Delidzi, Bellendane, FMK What, Sir Rascal, Wet Blades, and Cosmic. Appreciate you guys. We also have a large number of Rathican tier members chilling about on the channel right now. Appreciate you guys as well. With your support, we can do fun stuff like do Big P Energy tomorrow, which is almost 100% for sure going to happen. Whether or not we stream it, I don't know. Maybe we do. We'll see. But that is going to be it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget, smash that thumbs up button and show your support, and I will see you guys in the next one.